Hey guys, so welcome to a new series on my channel. I'm super excited about it. This is going to be my makeup series or makeup collection breakdown, and basically what it is I'm going to take separate videos, pick a element of my makeup collection like the foundations, concealers, or the palettes, or the lipsticks, or what have you, and just do a video in depth on that part of my collection and just tell you some fun facts about them and just go through, not really go through every individual thing I have in that part because that would take forever, but like I'm going to show you some elements that I wrote down, storage, how many I have of them if I can count them, cheapest, most expensive, like best, my interesting product, or like favorites of that in that category. Like this is my first one of this, so once I figure out what's the best, the most interesting things you guys want to know, I'll stick with those topics. So leave down below if if you want to know something else about it, like, well, what's the regret of the products, like, I'm not going to put that in this video, but you know what I'm saying. If you want me to mention something else in a category of it, I will do that. So this first one is one of the more exciting elements of my makeup collection. It's going to be all about single eyeshadows, and that's what I'm going to show you. We're going to go in depth into my collection, and I'm going to share with you pretty much everything about my single eyeshadow collection. Now realize, as my collection grows, these videos, I can revisit these videos, so maybe like every year or every other year, maybe, depending on if that element of my collection has changed significantly, I'll do another updated video. But we're going to jump right into the single eyeshadow in-depth situation. And we're going to start with storage. So let's go. Alright, excuse my junky vanity. It needs to be worked on. But I store all of my single eyeshadows in this, well, all of the ones that are not in palettes, in one of my Alex drawers. This is an IKEA Alex divider. Not Alex divider, it's like a cutlery divider. So I sort them by color. They're my pinks back here, my oranges, greens, and yellows, blues and purples, like whites, smokies, inner corner, brow highlight type of shades, and these are all my neutral shades. And like gold, that counts as neutral. And yeah. And then this is, I keep my color pops because they're kind of a different kind of eyeshadow. So, and then I keep my loose shadows up here, and I keep my cream shadows right here. So they're all, I count them as single eyeshadows. I do. But we're going to do a separate video on the cream eyeshadows, but I just wanted to show you guys separate video. So these are my loose powders again, and then my pressed powder shadows down here. Alright? So we're going to get in depth into this. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the loose shadows first, because there's not much to talk about. You saw how I stored them. Not really too much to say. They're in a category on their own technically. But like I said, I'm doing a separate cream shadow video because I have enough of those. But with the loose shadows, my favorites are the MAC pigments, by far my favorites. I do have the Shany Cosmetics loose pigment set, and then my OCC pure pigment. This is in the shade Royal Blue. These are my favorites. Hold on, I'm gonna do a little swatching. Why not, right? That's the Royal Blue. Have a cream shadow to go with that. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of wipes. And the MAC pigments. This is blue brown, and this is the rose pigment. You guys know I've used these plenty in videos, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, on to the pressed shadows. You saw where I stored all of my single eyeshadows pressed. That are not in a palette. The ones that are in a palette, I store them in the bottom drawer of my Alex, but they are out for the sake of this video, so I didn't show you them in the drawer. Keep them. This is a homemade Z palette, and I have some, we'll get into these. I have some Z palettes here, and yeah, any magnetic palettes, that's what I have. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to just basically, like I said, break it down. We'll start with the individual ones that are in individual packaging. So, that's how I store. As far as how many single eyeshadows I have, if I could give it a rough, I'm not counting these individually. I may count them and do like posts on Instagram or something. But I'm going to guess around the 300 mark because I know at least 100 Coastal Scents Hot Pots right then and there. Then I have Morphe, I have other individuals, I have that I've depotted, and all the ones in this drawer. So at least 200, maybe 200 to 300 different ones. If you're including the loose ones, definitely 300. If you're including the cream ones too, let's keep it there. Alright, so some of my favorite single eyeshadows in my collection are my Coastal Scents Hot Pots. These are, you can get them at coastalscents.com. They are $1.95 a piece. I'll get into pricing with all the other ones later. They're $1.95 a piece. Super pigmented, super creamy. I live by these. I get mine for 99 cents because I wait for them to have their like semi-annual sales. I think the next time they'll go for 99 cents is probably around Black Friday. So y'all know I'm already on it. Okay, also, let's see, we have the Loreal individual shadows. Now, you know I love Loreal's Pro palettes. These are not Pro shadows. When I was a part of the AMA, when they asked Loreal on Reddit, of course she didn't answer it, but they asked was she going to put out some Pro singles, which I think would be awesome if she put out some Pro formulated shadows in the singular form. But this is the shade Ecru. This actually came in a 12-piece set from Ulta for about 40 bucks for these. Still soft and buttery. That's Ecru. You can still get this set from Ulta or on Ulta.com. I love these. What else? This shade is Storm. This is what it looks like. I'm not going to swatch all 12. And then here's a lighter shade that I use a lot in my crease or to blend with. This is called Caramel. And that's what that looks like. Those are some of the Loreal shades. Alright, next in my collection where's my wipes? I'm going to go through a lot tonight. Next in my collection is, I have so many down here that I have so much to say about them. These are the favorites. I have like a few, these are also by default usually the ones that I have most of. But these are, like I said, the favorites. So, anyway, the next one's being the Loreal, the Loreal Infallibles. I maybe have like 7 of these. This is what they look like. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. I know Hard Candy has like a dupe for these. So does Ulta, which I actually just bought one. These are a little bit closer in dupe than the Hard Candy ones. But some of my favorite shades here, which I need my most favorite shade to show you guys. No, where is it? Amber Rush. They're like a pressed pigment, but yeah. And this is Amber Rush. I'll show you in order. Hold on. The first one I'm swatching is Amber Rush. The next one I'm swatching is Bronze Taupe. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And the last one I'll swatch is Sultry Smoke, which is a matte one. I think they only have 2 matte ones like this in the collection. But I mean, you're talking about gorgeous. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I so have to clean up. It is not a game. Okay, so from top to bottom, the top one is Amber Rush. That's what it looks like, Amber Rush. The second one is Bronze Taupe. And the third one is Sultry Smoke. So that's some of the Loreal Infallible ones. I mean, they're absolutely awesome. Check them out. Check them out. Also a favorite, going through all my favorites in the matte category. A lot of these have good mattes, but I'm putting these out there because One, they're only $1, and two, the whole collection is matte. And it is the LA Colors, what is the name of these shadows? It's just called Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Periwinkle. And they're super pigmented and matte for $1. I mean, you can't really beat it. I have this nude Bare Mauve is awesome in the crease. Gorgeous. So these are the LA Colors. I mean, absolutely beautiful. That's an all matte collection. You should check them out. They're only $1. Also, you guys, where am I? The Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder Shadows. These are definitely a favorite. Go to the drugstore. I've just mentioned these. I just mentioned them in my favorites. I love them. This is the limited edition shade Dulce. I'm not going to depot this one. Or not, I don't know if it's limited edition, but it was like a special collection. Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Dulce. And then this one I actually just forgot to depot. I'll show you the palette that I have. This is called Bella Sky. And I just wondered, I forgot to depot this. It's in my collection. Snuck up on me. They're all super pigmented, super awesome, easy to blend. These are actually one of those type of shadows where it's actually better to apply it with your fingers. And I have so many of these that I actually depotted them into a palette. And I love them. I absolutely love them. So that's the Milani Bella Eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to go down my list and really like give you some fun facts or whatever as far as my collection. So my cheapest single eyeshadows, Coastal Scents Hot Pots on sale, they're 99 cents. Full price, they're $1.95. So I'm not going to count them in the cheapest. I mean, but y'all know they're cheap, 99 cents. But there are some that are actually 99 cents. And that is the Wet n Wild Color Icon. These little small eyeshadows are very great. This is the black and it's in the shade Panther. It's a matte black and you can never have enough matte black in your collection. This is what it looks like. I mean, and they sometimes are on sale for 69 cents. So that's absolutely awesome. And if you want to count, 99 cents is cheaper than $1, but I'll count the dollar ones too. The LA Colors, like I said. And these e.l.f. duos, I don't even know they still sell them, but if you go on the e.l.f. website, they have these eyeshadow duos for $1. This one's in the shade No Name, okay? These are definitely worth investing in for $1 to have in your collection. Like I said, they're not the best quality shadows, but they're awesome for $1. So I have those. And an honorable mention, not quite the cheapest, but at $3, doing all right, is the e.l.f. Studio Single Shadows. They are awesome. This is the shade Saddle, and this is like my favorite blending shade of all for my eyes of all time, forever and ever. All right. My most expensive, most expensive single eyeshadow is the Stila, what is it? Magnificent Metal Eyes Foil Shadow. I only own one of them. Comes with like a liquid dropper primer that I've spilt and don't have anymore. I got this from IMAX and it was on, not clearance, but sale. I paid $21 for this one eyeshadow. By far the most expensive, but full price, they're $36. So it's still most expensive even though I got it on sale. So this is what it looks like. This is in the shade Titanium. I mean, they're pretty and all, but not $36 pretty, especially when there's a lot of dupes in the drugstore now. But that's what it looks like. And the primer helps it really blend together. But it's already awesome. Check it out. Let's focus camera. That's what it looks like. That's the most expensive single eyeshadow that I own. And it will be forever. Okay, and then I have a category, best for price. I'm going to go with the Milani Bella Eyes because, let me show you this one. The best for price. While the dollar ones are good, I feel like best for price ratio. You can get these for about as low as like $3, Walgreens, CVS. The texture, the pigmentation, the blendability. These work with your fingers. That's another reason why they're like the best for price. You don't need a special brush. You don't need any special skills. It's almost like these shadows melt together and work together. You can get a full look out of the shadows. The collection is awesome. Like with the LA colors, they're good, but they only have like 10 shades, 10 or 12 shades. So with these, they have 30 shades in the collection. They're mattes, they're satin mattes, they're metallics. Each, on the back of each shadow, it tells you the finish of it, which is awesome. Like I said, they have neutrals, they have smoky eye colors, bright colors, pinks. Like here's my palette here, and I think that's definitely the best for price, because in the drugstore you get a lot of, look at this, you get a lot of variety, and you're still going to be able to get a complete look. So for less than $5. So I definitely think those are the best for price that I have in my collection. The most interesting shadows that I own is by far the ColourPop Super Shock. Are they all color pressed? Oh, Super Shock shadows and pressed pigments. These are by far the most interesting. This one here I'm holding up is Slave to Pink. You have to keep the top on really, really tight or else they will dry out. It's not a cream. It's not quite a powder. The consistency is very weird. It's almost like a jelly. It reminds me of the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blushes. Look at the pigmentation though. I mean, it's absolutely insane. This is called a Super Shock Pressed Pigment. That's called Slave to Pink. These are one like the Milani ones. I feel like better to work with your fingers first. This one is called Etiquette. I mean, awesome. You can see my finger like prints in them. But this is called Etiquette. Oh, how gorgeous. How gorgeous is that eyeshadow? Like, can we? We can. So yeah, by far those are the most interesting in my shadow collection, single shadow collection. So those are like all the categories. And now I'm going to take a peek, because I do keep some single shadows magnetized in palettes. So I'm just going to show you what I have in my Z palettes and magnetized palettes. Yeah, because it wouldn't be fair to not mention these at all. So first, this is an inglot palette that I made. These are all single shadows, and this is the Freedom System. This is the 5-pan Freedom System. These shadows have numbers, not names, and I do not know the numbers. But this is some single shadows that I put together in a palette from Inglot. Okay. This is the Coastal Scents Creative Me 1 palette, and it's made up of their Hot Pots. It was already a pre-made palette. You ordered from the website or whatever. Kept it together because these are all matte, bright shades. So I have these singles. And now these shadows can all be removed from the palette, and you can, you know, customize and make your own what have you. I'm in the process of organizing these shadows better, but for now, this is how they work. Okay, hold on. This is also another one, the same situation. This is the Coastal Scents Think Pink palette. And this is like pink themed palette. I go back and forth. I've used this and made a few looks. I haven't used it in one complete look using the whole palette. So I'm thinking about taking that palette apart. Not sure yet. This is a Morphe, just empty. It was an empty Morphe palette. And I put some shadows in here. I think that's Morphe. I have some NYX Coastal Scents. It's kind of a mishmash of brands of shadows. This one is from this little palette I made from a Claire's palette. This houses some NYX that I depotted from a big NYX like limited edition thing, and these large ones came from a no-name palette I got from IMAX. Like I have a ton of single shadows, so I know it's in the hundreds. Okay, and then in my Z palettes, my 2 Z palettes that I have full, this is all Morphe shadows. I know for sure these all came from the company Morphe. Online, I think they're $1.99. I got them like 2 for $3 or $2 at IMAX. So these are all Morphe shades. They're not really in a color scheme, but they're all Morphe shades. This is my favorite shade. I think it's like number 56 or 59. Woo! Hello. Awesome. Okay, these are some new shadows that I got from IMATS this year. They're from a company called Stilazzi, and they're larger. I think some of these are blushes, but I put them all in as shadows. I've used the yellow and the purple. The yellow's kind of pasty, kind of chalky, but it has some pigment to it nonetheless. And let's swatch the pink, and let's swatch the blue. So, I mean, not too bad. Haven't really dug into them. That's beautiful. But yeah, so that's alright. And then finally, I just showed you, I'll show you, get my Coastal Scent Hot Pot single shadows. Like, I probably want to redo my Z palettes and stuff to, I think I'm going to do them by color, all the shadows by color. I don't know. I go back and forth. But here's one. I got this little iPad type palette. It was from the Color Workshop. Like a Christmas makeup set from Walmart, like many years ago. I took the eyeshadows out and kept the palette, because this can be a great Z palette. Put a magnetic sheet in there, and boom. So in here are all my reds, pinks, blues, and purples, and smoky colors in this one. All of these are Coastal Scents Hot Pots. So this houses, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 times 6 is, 8 times 5 is 40. So 8 times 6 is 48. So that's 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. 53 in here. And the other one is full just the same. You see what kind of colors I have in here. 53 plus 53 is 106. So that's 106 Coastal Scents Hot Pots, not to mention the ones in the 2 palettes. So that's 24 in the 2 palettes. What I say? 106 plus 20, that's 130 just Coastal Scents alone. Single shadow. So I know I have well over 300 or so. So, let me know how you like this video. That was the in-depth to my single eyeshadow collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved it. Let me know what you want the next in-depth series to be as far as my makeup collection and how I go in-depth. And give me any suggestions of anything else you want me to mention within the categories. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!